when it says it's on, but oh, this my Christmas sucked ass, dude. There you go, we're
Really?
live. Yeah, hello, Mr. Anderson, and we have you want to introduce yourself?
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Ragiroth.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, man. Oh wait, yeah, it just says waiting now, but and it says we're live anyway. But anyway, um, yeah, I had a really rough Christmas, dude.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I had to go. I had to tell my mother-in-law to go fuck herself, and it was bad.
Wow.
Yeah, it was bad. But
I
hey,
mean, I had like the Christmas was fine. I've been bummed about a couple other things just around Christmas, but Christmas itself was fine.
around Christmas, like, did bad things happen around Christmas? I'm guessing.
Well, no, like bad things that frustrating things that have happened recently that literally,
Okay.
around this, this past week or two.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah,
I don't want you to be
it's
all
all good.
sad. But yeah, I finished off Inksley. He's all good. He's not broken as fuck now. Cuz he was really fucking broken. Anyway, but so you here's the thing. You have 150 points to use. You've only used 41 points on your stand.
Okay.
So you have 100 that's if you put all of your summoning points, which I do suggest you do. All like if you put all 10 points into your summon on your stand user, I suggest you do it because your stand is controlled. It has no will of its own. If that stand gets damaged, it automatically takes all of the damage it's punched for. It can't resist anything.
Wow.
So that's going to fall back onto you having to resist it.
Hmm.
And the way you resist damage with feedback from a stand is that it goes off of your ranks and summon. So if you have rank 10 in summon, you would get a D20 plus 10 to defend from damage. So like the way it works is with damages, everyone always gets um, D20. Sorry, no, it's always sorry. They don't get it. They don't
Okay.
roll damage. They get 15 plus the ranks and damage they're putting on you. So let's say someone has like a rank 5 in damage. They have a essentially they have 15 plus 5, so they have 20 base. So you'd have to beat 20 damage before like or you get damaged. With a heroic stand, the heroic stand would basically they would put their toughness towards it, and then
Okay.
if they failed their toughness, the the damage would basically go to you, so you'd have an extra layer of defense from damage because the stand would have to fail its toughness roll, and then you would have to fail your toughness roll. You see what I mean here?
I think so.
Because okay, so when a stand gets punched, all right, all stands have what's called feedback. That's part of the summon skill.
Hmm.
When your summon gets damaged, we'll just talk about it in game's turn, pure game's turn. When your summon gets damaged, basically it basically something goes past its toughness. Basically, it rolls over your stand's toughness. It now needs to resist the damage. So first they have to roll to hit your stand, and then if they do hit, their damage goes through. And usually, your stand would basically be able to roll a toughness check to see if he just like he takes the hit, but he's like that was fucking nothing. But because your stand has no will of its own,
Hmm.
um, it can't do that. So what happens is
Okay.
instead of it seeing if it resists the damage, you have to see if you resist the damage. So instead of the stand going like I'm going to block it, like I'll take the damage. You only have one line of defense from just pure damage
Okay.
getting through to you, which is your ranks and summon. So basically, if they had a 20 in damage and you rolled a 10 in on a D10, you would still win because you had 10 ranks in summon.
Oh, okay.
See what I mean? So like the summoning would be good at 10, but like you could always make your stand like fast enough to be able to dodge. You know what I mean? To be able to dodge the attack. You can always make it super fast, but if it does get hit, you're gonna get fucked up.
Mm.
Because the way damage works is you don't have hit points in this game. It's you have three ranks of damage states. So the first damage state you take a -1 to your toughness, which makes it harder for you to resist any kind of damage checks later, and then you're dazed. Dazed basically means you can only take like one standard action per round, when normally you'd be able to move, attack, and take a free action. You'd only be able to do one, so either a move or an attack. And then I forget the second level of damage. Let me look at the second level. It basically gets progressively worse. So you'd take a -2 the next time you're damaged to your toughness. Then you take a -3, and then you would just be incapacitated after that. So basically knocked out. So if you
Okay.
failed like 3 rolls, you'd be knocked out essentially. Or if someone, let's say someone, they rolled, you rolled really bad, and they rolled 15 over your roll. So like, let's say you rolled a 2, right? So you had 12, and
Hmm.
they got like a 30 on their roll. You'd be knocked out instantly because it'll just jump to that incapacitated state because he beat your roll by 3 successes. Every 5 points over a roll, over like a check, is a success. So if they beat your roll by 15, you would be instantly knocked out. Um, it's a lot easier than it sounds. But so I do think, because your character is a controlled stand, I do think you should have your summoning as high as you can. Because
Okay.
once again, it'll just because in this with this your stand doesn't take damage unless you take damage.
Hmm.
So you need to I would put as many points into your summoning as possible. Um, so right now, all you have is you have create. So basically, it's create. I just maxed it out to rank 10. So the reason why create 10 is really good to have, if you do decide to max it out, is because your toughness is equal to the ranks in create of your objects. So all your objects would have a rank 10 toughness, meaning someone would have to, on a roll, if they wanted to like punch through it, would have to beat um would have to beat a toughness of 10 in order to damage it.
Hmm.
Um, and then you have affliction. So if anyone touches that object, um, basically this is where the failures come in. If you have the email up, so it says failure 1 degree, so that's +5 over their roll. The target is dazed. 2 degrees, the target is stunned. 3 degrees, the target is paralyzed. So every turn that they touch that, or they have it in their hand, they would have to make a fortitude check against the electricity that's on that item. And basically every turn they're touching it, if they keep failing it, they become dazed, they become stunned and paralyzed eventually, which is basically incapacitated.
Okay.
hmm So you still have 109 points to spend on your stand. So we still have to put points into your abilities, which is your stats. And if you want to give your stand skills and advantages are like feats in D&D. I don't know if you've ever played D&D before.
I haven't.
Oh man, okay. So feats basically, or advantages, are something that's always in play. So like improved initiative. It like let's say improved initiative, you always get a plus whatever in initiative. So you're
Okay.
always going to be faster than your enemy when it comes to like a fight. So I keep forgetting that you and John have never played like a D&D game before.
Oh, he hasn't either.
No, he hasn't. He's played
Okay.
like something that I've done before, but yeah. So you guys are all pretty new to this. But um, do you want to give stand maybe an offensive power, or do you want to give them, um, or do you want to put just more in just raw stats?
I guess. Well, what's the max amount I can put into the summoning?
Summoning would be 10.
Okay, so
Okay.
I'll put as much as I can into the summoning.
Okay. All right. All right. So let's look at your then let's just look at your stand then. Let's look at your stand. All right. So
Okay.
your stand is basically a separate character. It's a completely separate character that you control. No, you don't. You completely control. Um,
Mhm.
so now you already have one power, which allows you to create things. So as I'm saying
Mhm.
is because your summon is a rank 10, you have you have 10 times 15 points to put into your stand. You have 150 points to put into it. You put 41 into it with your create power. So you still have 109 points just on your stand to spend,
Okay.
which is a lot because your create spell, which is pretty powerful, only costs 41 points. Yeah. So if you want, you can give your stand something a little bit more offensive as well, or like something else you can think of that would have to deal with that same kind of theme of like electricity or
Mhm.
using electricity. Like they have like things where you can punch and basically you can have like maybe your stand can punch things and it'll be fused with electricity. Um, so like I'll give you some ideas here. If anything pop out to you, let me know. So you have affliction. Affliction is like affliction is what's attached to your create spell, where basically if they touch it and if they fail a fortitude roll, they start getting dazed, stunned, and paralyzed.
Mhm.
That's what was attached. Um, so you have movement, so you can burrow. You can do like move underneath the ground. You can have communication, which allows you to basically communicate over like visual, auditory, pheromones, tactile, radio, mental waves, and basically you can communicate over a long distance with something other than your voice. Um, comprehend. So comprehend basically fits into you can talk to animals, machines, objects, plants, shit like that. Concealment. I mean, you could be invisible. Um, to like you can not only can you be invisible, but you can also, if you don't want to be invisible, you can be visible to like sense, smells, hearing. So like they could see you, but they might not be able to hear you. And then you have your bread and butter, your damage attack, which basically is you punch something or you do something that causes damage, and you can basically just make up whatever you want there. Um, deflect, so you can your stand would basically be able to defend for characters other than yourself at a distance.
Okay.
So basically, what deflect does is basically it stops an attack, but you can add things like reflect, where you can reflect the attack back at the attacker, or you can also to redirect attacks to any target within range of the attack
Huh.
that was used on you. Elongation, you can make your dick real big. Um, you can make a power that enhances a trait. So the so like for example, you could like you could touch somebody or you can activate the power, whatever, and it basically enhances your strength or your toughness or whatever it is that you want to
Okay.
enhance. You can control environment. So you can change the environment in areas, raising or lowering the temperature, creating light, causing rain, and so forth. So
Hmm.
theoretically, your stand could cause lightning. Um,
Okay.
it can have extra limbs.
Hmm.
Um, basically, you could have flight, and that could be any kind of flight. Basically, flight's like you can fly through water. It's continuous. It's
I
subtle.
I was actually thinking of if flight was one. I was gonna maybe take that one
Yeah. So
because he has wings.
would you fly
Um.
or just your stand?
Hmm.
Could the stand give you the ability to fly?
Um. I would say. I mean, if it's possible, I would say both of us could.
Hell yeah, it's 100% possible.
Cool.
Yeah, it's 100% possible. What it could do is so what it would do is you can fly through the air, including hovering in place. You have a flight speed rank equal to your effect rank. So basically, flight is a free action. It's normally personal, so only the person that has the power. Oh, you okay?
Yeah, fine.
Um, only the person that has the power can use it, but we can change that. And the duration is sustained, meaning as long as the stand goes, I want you to fly. It's a free action, doesn't cost you anything to use it. And it's only 2 points per rank.
Okay. Yeah, that's not
Super fucking cheap. So what we would do is we'd go flight, which is yeah. See, the thing is, this is super cheap. Like a lot of these things are so cheap. So you can fly. Now the speed at which you fly. Now this is what's gonna really determine how fast you can fly. So let's go into ranks and measures here. So you can get really quick. Trust me on this one. It can only go up to a rank 10 though. Keep that in mind. But rank 10 is stupid fast. So the speed in which you would fly would be what the hell? What is all this? I'm getting a lot of.
I'm adjusting my position. I'm like,
Yeah, it's probably it. I'm getting a lot of feedback. All right, so at rank 10, it would take you. You would fly 4 miles in. Oh, what is this? I'm trying to see here. Let me see. Distance rank. Determine the discovers an amount certain amount of times. So it would be distance rank. So it would be 10 plus 10. 10 plus 10 would be 20. It would take you literally. I'm trying to find this real quick. How fast it would take you. So distance rank plus speed rank. So let's say it was 4 miles. Oh my God, time rank. I'm trying to see how fast it would be. So let me try to see something real quick. So it would take you about. So let's say you needed to go 1 mile. It would take you so minus. It would be distance rank minus. It would take you like 3 seconds. Sorry, 12 seconds to go basically 4 miles
wow.
at rank 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So you'd be really fucking fast.
I guess so.
That's really fast.
Yeah, I guess. And if I have enough points.
Yeah. So let me see if I'm doing that right. So it'd be 10. So if you had a thing. So if you wanted to go 4,000 miles, it would take you. That would take usually 2 months at a rank 0. But minus 10, it would take you 2 hours
Huh.
to go 4,000 miles.
Wow. That's not.
Yeah, it's because it's basically the time rank. It would be the speed rank minus the time rank. Mm. So that's if you want to fly.
Okay.
Do you want to fly?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you fucking. That's fucking fast. So how many ranks do you want to put in that?
I guess as much as I can. What was that? Will I still have a good amount of points left over?
Well, it would. Well, if you want to. Okay, so now we're gonna have to increase the range. So increased range. Um, to increased range, close. Now your stand would have to be touching you. Wouldn't be able to leave you. And it wouldn't be able to affect other people. Only be able to affect you.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah. So okay. So it would be increased. It would have to do. You would have to do increased range, which is close. I'll have to look at the points for that, and then you'd have to do affects others. For it to affect you as a person.
Hmm.
So and it can. If you want effectively now, if I put affects others on there, it can touch anyone and it can fly. Unless you just want to limit it, and that will if you limit the power, it will make it cheaper. So if you just want it to affect you and no one else, we can make it cheaper. But if you want it to be anyone he decides to give it to, or you decide to give it to, we can do that too.
It's for me.
Just you? Okay, so we'll
Yep.
limit um only stand user. All right. All right. So that would be already we're looking at 2 times 10, that's 20. And then now we have to do to a modifier. Modifiers, increased range. Increased range would be +1 per rank. So that would be we're going to um, we're going to be +2 per rank. So it's another 2. So it's 2 plus 2. That's 4. That would be 4. That'd be 4 points per rank right there. Affects others. Where's affects others? And then that would be it would be 5 points per rank in order to have so it'd be 50 points. 50 points and then 50 points and then limited. Let me go to limited descriptors. Limited. So it's -1 per rank. So it'd be 4. So it'd be 40. It would be 40 points. 40 points.
Okay.
Boom. All right. So now you spend. Um, so now you spend 81 points in it. So now you can basically make yourself fly super stupid quick. All right. So 81. So 150 minus
41, you said?
4. No. 81.
Oh, 81. Oh, shit. Okay.
Because that's both all your points together.
Is that
81.
the summoning and the?
No, so don't worry about the summoning just yet
Okay.
because it's 41 plus 40, which is 81. So
Okay.
81. So 150 minus 81. Yeah, yeah.
That's
I'm doing it right now. Dude, I keep on messing this up. 150. I don't know why because my keyboard's being stupid. 81. It's mine. So you have 69 points left to spend on your stand. 61 points. Is that all you wanted? So now you can fly and you can create objects out of electricity. Hello?
69.
What is it?
Damn it.
Yeah, 69. Yeah, 69 points. So you have 69 points to spend on your character in general.
Okay.
All right? So you can fly and create shit out of electricity. Okay. So now we need to decide where those 69 points is going to go into your stand, not your stand user.
Okay.
So for your abilities, basically it's strength, stamina, agility, dexterity, fighting, intellect, awareness, and presence. If you need me to describe each one of those to you, I will.
Say them again. I know intellect
Strength,
and presence. I got them. Okay.
stamina, agility, dexterity, fighting, intellect, awareness, and presence.
Okay, I think I probably have an idea of what some of them are.
Okay. So, um, strength basically that's going to determine basically anytime you like punch something in the face with your stand,
Uh-huh.
it'd be 15 plus if you were just using barehanded plus your strength rank. So you say you had a strength rank of 3, it'd be 15 plus 3. So you'd always have 18 damage. Someone would always have to beat 18 damage with a roll on a d20 plus their toughness
Okay.
to resist that damage. Stamina is fortitude. So that would go into in your defenses, you have fortitude and toughness are both based on stamina. Fortitude is basically when you get punched, that's what's going to be resisting damage. Um, for you, fortitude might not be that worth it because he's always going to take max amounts of damage anyway. Sorry, toughness. Sorry, toughness. Toughness would shouldn't be that important to you because you're always going to take a max amount of damage. Your stand will always take a max amount of damage because he's controlled.
Okay.
So toughness isn't that important to you. Fortitude, however, fortitude it still would make because fortitude is for like poisons or like something inhaled or something injected into the bloodstream. Fortitude linked to stamina would also fight off that kind of thing. Um, agility. Of course, you got to know what agility is. You basically footwork, how fast you are, so on and so forth. That also goes into your dodge defense. So whatever you put in your agility would go into your active defense dodge. Dexterity is more for like ranged attacks. So like if you're going to fire a crossbow or shoot a lightning beam or whatever you want to do, um, you would need to roll to hit with dexterity. Um, or like fine manipulation, basically to pick a lock or something like that. If you're more untrained, you would have to use your dexterity. Um, fighting is basically how well you are at parrying blows and hitting people.
Hmm.
Intellect, of course, is how smart you are, which, I mean, your stand has no intellect because it is completely controlled by you. It has no awareness.
How about a game of it?
What the hell? You hear that?
Yeah, something's wrong with my computer. I don't know what's
Yeah,
going on. Keeps opening iTunes.
yeah. Awareness is how aware it is, but if it's completely controlled by you, it has no awareness, and because it doesn't, you can give it you you can give it a presence because essentially you could tell it to like intimidate somebody,
Yeah.
and like it look all badass. So but essentially though, you still could give your stand awareness and intellect. It won't do anything until you tell it to do it. But say you tell it to read that book, if it had a 0 intellect, it wouldn't be able to read the book or it wouldn't be able to read it as well, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
Or let's say like awareness. Awareness is like if you're trying to look around and see something, it's like perception. You could say it won't look around until you tell it to look around, but you could be like keep an eye out and then it would start using its awareness. So it might be a good idea to put points in those if you really want to, but it won't be actively using those stats unless you tell it to. So each ability is for 1 point. It's two 2 points. All abilities start at 0. Are you there? Hello, 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 hello,
I don't know
hello.
what's wrong with my computer.
I don't get it, man. I don't go. Did you hear what I just said?
Yeah, I heard you.
Yeah. Inksley's watching too. Yeah. What's going on, Inksley?
Hey,
Um.
Ainsley.
Um. So yeah, it's 2 points per. It's 2 points per ability rank. Everything starts at 0. 0 is basically it's a human equivalent. You would be if you would have the strength of an average human your stand would have at 0. At 7, it's like the world's strongest human. To give you an idea. And then anything above 7, which you can only have up to a max of 10 right now, that would be basically the strongest, and that would be like your Supermans and stuff like that. Superman strength.
Yeah. I would say I probably want to put a lot into strength,
Okay.
fortitude.
So strength,
what-
stamina. Stamina feeds into your fortitude and toughness. So yeah, so it'd be strength,
Okay.
stamina.
And what I know what dexterity is, but I forget what does it mean in the context of this game again?
All right, so yeah, I'll just read it to you so you know exactly what it means in the context of this game. Abilities. So, all right, so dexterity. Dexterity is a measure of hand-eye coordination, precision, manual dexterity. Your dexterity rank applies to attack checks for ranged attacks, sleight of hand and vehicle checks, dexterity checks for feats of fine control and precision when a specific skill doesn't apply. Oh, shit, man. What the hell? Anyway. So that's what you'd be looking at. You still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, yeah.
I'll probably use some on dexterity as well.
Okay. All right. So, I mean, what do you think that you would like to have as your main stats? So your main stats you're thinking is strength, stamina, and dexterity?
I think strength, definitely.
Okay, so you're going to be more of a Jotaro stand, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably.
All right, so it's 2 points per rank. So if you spend basically 2 plus 10, times 10 would be 20 points for your strength of 10.
And like which one is like basically like kind of magic again?
Magic?
Yeah, is there like a magic kind of stat?
No, because theoretically, magic is only a descriptor in this game. So, like,
Okay.
say you wanted to make your create, you'd be like, it's a magical create. And basically, someone would actually, like, let's say someone had a nullify effect, right? And if it just said nullify superpower, but it didn't say nullify magic, it wouldn't work. So the way you describe your abilities is super effective. So like your summon power is called stand. So only people who can sense the stand power can actually see a stand.
Yeah.
It's very specific when it comes to descriptors in this game. So.
Okay. Yeah, no, I guess I'm just so used to there being like a magic room.
However, like I would say to resist like certain magic, like let's say someone's gonna try to like mind control you or something like that, or do something on a magical level. You would resist with will if it was like maybe more of like a magical mind control or something like that, or like a mind control. Will is more for that kind of stuff. But
Okay.
the reason why it's so difficult is because let's say you punch somebody, right? And
Yeah.
you want to make it so fortitude isn't the resistance. You can make a modifier onto the attack saying alternate resistance. So when you punch someone, you can make them resist with like will. You know what I mean? Like they would have to, yeah. So like they would have to resist with will. They couldn't resist with their toughness. So like that's the reason why there really isn't like a magic. You know what I mean? Like because you could pretty much do whatever the fuck you want.
Okay. All right. So I said strength,
strength, stamina, dexterity,
and dexterity.
Yeah.
So and then intellect you said is basically pointless, and so is toughness.
Well, no. Okay, so stamina feeds into fortitude and toughness.
Oh, okay.
So like basically your defense, fortitude and toughness is a part of your defenses. It's not. They are attached to your abilities, but it really has. I wouldn't worry about it. So
Okay.
stamina would also be like toughness defense for resisting damage, fortitude defense for resisting effects targeting your character's health, stamina checks to resist or recover from things affecting your character's health with a specific defense doesn't apply. That's what it would
Okay.
go into. Agility would be like dodging things. How
Well, I probably want to put some stats into that. So.
So strength. Um, so you're saying strength. Right now, you're saying strength, stamina, and agility.
Oh, and dexterity.
And dexterity. Do you want to be good at hitting things?
I guess probably like strength, maybe slightly stronger, like just a bit.
Okay, so and I'm saying fighting. The stat for fighting is how well you can actually accurately punch things in the face.
Okay.
So if so, let's say you create a sword, right? And you want your stand to slash someone with that sword, you would roll a fighting to hit. So, in order to even do damage, you first have to hit. So, fighting is what you would roll for that.
So then would fighting be more important than strength?
Yes and no, because it depends on what, like, let's say you make a sword. So like I think I'm trying to think a sword's. So your sword would always do a set amount of damage. I think a sword does like +3 damage. So effectively, what you would do is it would be 15, which is base damage for everybody, plus your sword damage, +3, so it'd be 18, plus your strength on top of it. So let's say you had a strength of 10. So essentially, you would have +13. So +13 for damage, +15. So you would have 15 plus 10. That's 25. You do 28 damage. You would always do 28 damage with a sword. And someone would have to roll to beat 28. Which that's one hell of a hard time to beat. Because they would have to have a toughness of 8, and they would have to roll a natural 20. Even if they had a toughness of 8, which I'm going to tell you right now, no one yet, nothing that you're going to fight now is going to have a toughness of 8. If you hit them, they're going to fucking feel it and damage. Yeah. They're pretty much probably always going to fail. They're always going to fail a toughness check, unless they roll a critical success, which is a 20.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty beefcake. So that's up to you. Oh, man, you all right over there?
Yeah, I'm good.
That's really it's really fuzzy sounding. All right, so yeah, strength is for how much damage and how much you can lift. So like a strength, I will tell you this. Oh God, what is that sound?
I don't hear it.
I'm hearing it right now.
Huh.
Anyway, the fuck. Anyway, strength 10. The rank of toughness of steel is 7. So you'd be able to bend steel. Your stand would be able to bend steel and like certain alloys.
Okay.
So like if you had a strength of 10, that's pretty much what you can do. You can probably bend like bars and punch through concrete walls and stuff like that with your stand. With your bare hands. So you want to do strength, agility, and do you want to put points in fighting?
Yeah, sure.
All right, because okay? So tell me, do you want your stand just to really hit things really hard?
Yeah,
Okay, so yeah, you would want to put most of your points in strength and fighting. You would be a tank.
gotcha.
You'd be a tank with strength, and plus you can make pretty much any weapons you want. You would be really good with strength-based weapons, which is melee. So,
Okay.
so yeah, strength and fighting should be your main stats then.
Okay.
So, how many points did you? Let's figure out how many points did you want to put in strength and how many points you want to put in fighting. You can put up to a max of 10 ranks into it at 2 per rank. So, max fighting, max strength would be like 40 points altogether.
And I have 69 left.
Yes.
So I guess I'll just. You said it'd be 40, right? Yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
because 2 times. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
1% is 20. Okay. So yeah, I'll fill them up, and then I think the rest I'll put into strength and fighting. Oh, what's one of the other good stats? Was there one like called awareness?
Yes. Awareness would be like I'll read awareness to you just in case. Awareness. While intellect covers reasoning, awareness describes common sense and intuition, what some may call wisdom. A character with a high intellect and low awareness may be absent-minded professor. Type, the absent-minded professor type. Smart, but not always aware of what's going on. On the other hand, a not-so-bright, low intellect character may not have a great deal of common sense, high awareness. Your awareness modifier applies to will defense for resisting attacks on your mind, insight and perception skill checks, awareness checks to resolve matters of intuition when a specific skill does not apply.
You know what? Actually, see, I'll have 20 points left. Why don't I throw some into agility?
You want to throw some agility? How much you want to put into it?
Yeah, agility. Um,
You can go full
you know
ham
what?
and just put 10 in there.
Yeah, you know what? I'll fill that up too.
Holy shit. Okay, you're basically you hit things with your stand. Like your stand's a Jotaro stand. It hits things. However, you have zero dexterity, zero You have zero stamina, zero dexterity, zero intellect, zero awareness, and zero presence.
All right, how about I throw? Because I'll have 9 points left
Now,
over.
if I may say this, you can give your stand a skill in close combat. Um, Also, too, skills are for every 1 point you put into it. Let me see. Skills for every 1 point you get 2 ranks. So let me make sure that's right. Skill basics, purchasing skills. I always want to make sure I'm right on this, but I believe it's every one. I think it's every 1 rank gives you every 1 point you put into it gives you 2 ranks. Skills. I want to make sure. Um, yeah, every 1 power point you spend gives you 2 skill ranks. Now, I will tell you this: if you give your character a close combat skill, your combat bonus cannot exceed 15. So your bonus to hit can exceed 15.
Okay.
So that's basically double the power level plus 5. So it can't go over 15. So you can give your character for what? It would be 1, 2, 2.5 points. You could give your stand a plus 5 to hit with a certain type of weapon. Um, with a certain type of weapon. So like you could do like knives, swords. So anytime you were wielding that weapon, of choice, you always get a +5 with it. So to hit, you would always get a +15 to hit. It's up to you.
Now, if I give that skill, will that take any more points or?
It would be, like I said, it would be 1 point. 1 point gives you 2 ranks in it. So I'll read close combat to you. So
All right. So yeah. So it only takes 1 point for that skill.
for every, so I'll read it to you. Close combat. You're trained with a particular type of close attack, giving you a bonus to your attack checks with it equal to your skill rank. Each close attack is a separate close combat skill with its own rank and encompasses a single weapon or power, although an array may be considered one power. So a hero might have close combat swords, but close combat melee weapons is too broad. Close combat unarmed is an option, meaning skill with unarmed strikes like punches and kicks. However, this bonus does not apply to other forms of unarmed combat maneuvers, including but not limited to grabbing or tripping. So you can be like, if you had an idea of what you'd want to create for your stand to fight with, if he was going to use one of your items, you could be like close combat cudgels, and he'd always, be really good with beating people with hammers. So it's up to you.
Okay.
And that would cost you what? It would cost you 2.5 points.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So what I'll do is my 9 remaining points. I'll do 2.5 to that.
Okay, so you would do 5. All right. So 5. So that would be close combat. What would so you want to do? What kind of weapon do you want?
Guess could I do a scythe, or is that not an option?
Yeah, you can do scythe as long
okay.
as. Okay, so here's the issue though. You do not have a scythe unless you buy a scythe, or I give you a scythe. Unless or you can create a scythe. Actually,
Yeah,
I forgot about that. Yeah, you can. I forgot that you can. So close combat scythe. How the fuck do you spell scythe? THE. Okay, yeah, it's SCYTHE. Scythe. So anytime you use a scythe in combat, you always will do. You always get +15 to your rolls to hit. That's really good.
Okay.
I have to look up scythes. How much damage? I have to come up with. I have to look at an item that would be equivalent to a scythe. So, which is really good. It's really good. Okay. If your scythe ever broke too, the cool thing about it is all you have to do is go, it's back again. That's how you repair your items. You just go, it's back.
Okay.
Yeah. And here, know what the fucked up thing is?
What?
Because you created the scythe, anything you touch with that scythe can be dazed, stunned, and paralyzed if they fail a resistance check. That's really good.
That's nuts.
Yeah, it is good. It's really fucking good. Because you created it, and anything that touches it, that's what happens to it. Okay. So you spent 2.5 points there.
Okay. So that means I have 7.
7.5 points.
Okay. So I guess I could throw the rest into. It's 2 for every rank. So that would mean I get 3 more ranks in something. Yeah, throw that into This is after. Whoa,
you're rigor. After. Let me Hello?
What happened?
I don't know, dude. You started it. You just made a dubstep video.
What the fuck?
You went after.
I don't know what's going on.
You made a dubstep, dude. It was pretty fucking crazy. Anyway, so what did you want to put that in?
I already filled up agility, right?
Agility.
agility. I don't know where
Yeah,
this
you have
going.
10, 10, and 10. So you have 10 in strength,
Okay.
10 in agility, and 10 in fighting. Now,
Okay.
can I ask you, did you want to look at what the advantages are?
Um. Not right now,
Advantages
at least.
advantages are something that are always in effect.
Okay.
So I'll read them off to you.
Okay.
Accurate attack, agile, all out attack, animal empathy, artificer skill, which you might want to think about because I think artificer. Never mind. You don't need to worry about that. Actually, yeah, you don't need to worry about that because you can just make shit. Assessment, attractive, beginner's luck, benefit, sorry, chokehold, which is a combat skill, close attack, combat, connect it, contacts, daze, defensive attack, defensive roll, die hard, eidetic memory. I don't know if you know what a eidetic memory is. Basically, you can
No.
remember anything you see.
Oh, okay.
Or
So
sorry,
for
you have perfect recall of everything you've experienced. Sorry.
okay.
Equipment. Basically, equipment is basically you put points per rank into the but your stand doesn't need equipment. Evasion combat. Extraordinary effort. Fascinate. Fast grab. Favored environment. Favored foe. Fearless general. Grabbing finesse. Great endurance. Hide in plain sight. Improved aim. Improved critical. Improved defense. Improved disarm. Improved grab. Improved hold. Improved initiative. Improved smash. Improved trip. Improvised tools. Improvised weapon combat. Inspire fortune. Instant up. Instant up basically is that if you're knocked prone, you can get right back up again without taking an action.
Okay.
Interpose. You can basically once per round with interpose is when an ally within range of your normal movement is hit by an attack, you can choose to place yourself between the attacker. That's what interpose is. Inventor.
Okay.
Inventor. Jack of all trades. Language. Leadership. Luck fortune. Minion general. Sorry, minion general. Which let me see what minion general actually does. Oh no, okay, you already have a minion. Move by action, which you probably want for your stand user. So keep move by action in your head. Power attack. Precise attack. Prone fighting. So if you're prone, you can still fight. Quick draw. Ranged attack. Redirect. Ritualist. Second chance. Seize initiative. Set up combat. Sidekick general. You can have a sidekick if you wanted to. Skill mastery. Startle. Takedown. Taunt. Teamwork. Throwing. Tracking skill. Trance. Ultimate effort. Uncanny dodge. Weapon bind. Weapon break. And well informed. Those are all the advantages.
Wow. Okay.
Which you would probably want to put a lot of those on your stand user, to be honest with you. But
Gotcha.
yeah, so did you just want to put the rest into one of your stats?
Yeah, I'll put the rest in.
Hello?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm here.
Okay, go.
I'll say dexterity.
Okay, so how many points do you have left? You had 7.5. So
Yeah. So
2,
The
4,
max you can do.
3 ranks, and you still have 1 point left.
Huh. Okay.
Is there any other what you can do is because right now your defenses, your dodge is at 10. I'm going to tell you something real quick. Your parry is at 10. So if someone attacks you and you see it coming, you can choose to dodge or parry. You have a 10 to dodge or parry that attack. Your stamina is a 0. Sorry, your fortitude would be a 0. Your toughness would be a 0, and your will would be a 0. So for 1 point, you can increase one of those defenses.
Okay.
Or
I'll
you can get another
say-
skill. Or you can get another skill that would be 1 point. You get 2 ranks in it.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that.
Okay, yeah, that makes more sense, right?
Yeah.
Because you're pretty fucked when it comes to your fortitude, your toughness, because they were gonna get hit anyway. Skills. Okay, so any kind of skills you had in mind, like for your stand? Any?
I guess what skills could help any of those ranks?
Well,
lacking in.
there's acrobatics, athletics, close combat, which you already have, deception, expertise, insight, intimidation, investigation, perception, persuasion, ranged combat, sleight of hand, stealth, technology, treatment, and vehicles. You might want to do a range combat because what if you need to shoot something and you make a gun?
Yeah. I agree with that.
Yeah. So you can do now range combat's the same thing. Ranged, you have to pick an item that your character will be good at.
I guess like any kind of
Yeah, so like throwing. So like throwing bows, guns, fire control. You can do fire control.
How about like a shotgun?
Shotgun. Okay, so you want to create a shotgun. Okay, so ranged shotguns. All right. So your stat in that would be a 3 because it's dexterity, but for 1 point that'd be 2. So and when you roll to fire with a shotgun, you would have +5 to hit with a shotgun. Okay. So yeah, you're definitely a close combat monkey. But what your stand is a close combat monkey, it's okay with ranged attacks.
Okay.
All right, cool. So, all right, that's your stand. Your stand is done. However, Rich,
cool.
We have to make your stand user.
Yeah.
Okay, so your device, I'm going to tell you straight up, your device is you're going to have to take I already know this off the top of my head. You're going to have to take the device advantage. You have to take it right off if you want that. If you don't want it, you don't need it. But if you want that equipment, you would have to take. And that's for every 1 point, you get 5 points to spend in your devices.
Okay.
So, and the more points you put into it, the better. So your toughness, so the hand crank battery, okay? The toughness would be equal to the rank divided by 5. The charges, meaning how many times you can use it before you have to charge it again, is equal to the rank divided by 5. So if you have 10 points in that rank, you would have a toughness of 2 and a charges of 2. So you'd be able to use it twice before you'd have to crank it again.
Okay.
1 point in the equipment benefit gives you 5 points.
Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely take that skill.
Okay, so how many points did you want to be able to put into it? Like I said, one advantage, the one equipment advantage gives you 5 points to put into that device.
And how many points do I have for my stand user?
Oh yeah, let me look that up.
I think
right now,
look at the email.
75 minus 20. Just go off this. 75 minus 20. So that would be 55. Let me just make sure.
How come it says on the email 75 minus?
That's because I put no. That's because I did the equipment wrong.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why.
Gotcha.
That's because I did the equipment wrong. That's why I said just let me So it would be so 75 just minus what 20? It'd be
Yeah,
55
270.
points. You'd have 55 points.
Okay. If I made it like the max for that.
As far as I know, I don't think there is a max that you can really put into advantages.
I would say, I mean, yeah, I definitely want that
Okay.
skill, the devices.
1 point gives you 5. Gives you 5 points to put into that device. So if you had a 15 divided by 5, that would be what 3? Be 3 charges. So you'd have to
Yeah.
take it. You'd have to take it 3 times. So it'd be 3 points.
Okay.
So it's up to you.
Yeah, I think I'll fill that up.
Fill that up. So you want
Yeah.
to put it. Well, that would be. Actually, let me just make sure. So you would fill that up. So that would be. Well, I mean, here's the problem. You would have. Okay, you can spend as many points as you want on it. So you'd be using all of your points just on that device alone. If you said you're going to fill that all up, you would have no strength, no agility, no fighting, no awareness, no stamina. You would have no skills.
Okay. Yeah, no, then.
Yeah. To be honest with you, I would say like 15 would be pretty good because that would give you 3 charges per combat.
Okay.
And then it only takes you a standard action to hand crank it. So it would take you a turn of you not doing anything to crank it.
All right.
You wouldn't be able to do anything besides just crank it for that turn. You'd burn a turn for yourself. Okay, so that would be 3 points, and you'd have 15. So it'd be device 15, and then basically you'd have toughness of 3 on that device and charges of 3.
All right. Sounds good.
It's removable and it fades. So every time you use it, it goes down by 1. Okay.
Gotcha.
So another thing I wanted to talk to you about, which I would suggest, is called move by action. Because every time you tell your stand to do something, it takes you a move action because it's a controlled stand. However, if you do move by action, when taking a standard action and a move action, you can move both before and after your standard action, provided the total distance moved isn't greater than your normal movement speed. Sort of like run and gun, if you've ever played the XCOM, the newer XCOM games,
Okay.
where you can run, shoot, run. So basically,
like that.
effectively, if oh no, that wouldn't work actually for you because it's considered a move action.
Oh.
It's considered a move action for you to tell a stand to do something. So it wouldn't work actually.
Oh,
Never
okay.
mind. Sorry, I saw that a while back. So you wouldn't be able to move if when you told it to do something. Okay, so that
Gotcha.
wouldn't work.
Okay,
That
I
wouldn't
get
work.
that.
All right, so you have a device of 15. So you still have 55? So you still have 52 points to spend.
Okay.
What I told Inksley was to spend most of your points on like your skills and everything. Because really your stand really isn't. You're not doing a lot of the fighting. You're the person that's going to be wandering about a lot, like talking to people, doing things. While your stand's
Yeah.
pretty much going to be there for when you need something specific.
Yeah.
So, what does your character do? So, like Inksley is more of like an investigator / like a rogue. He's kind of sneaky. He has like pretty good insight on things, so on and so forth.
Huh. Yeah, this I have not thought about at all. Shit. I would say. I want to be a.
Remember, this is the post-apocalypse.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's sort of like, it's It's pretty desolate. There's still like there is still technology around. It's like more like rare, and everybody sort of likes it. Think like Mad Max kind of
Yeah.
apocalypse.
Hmm.
Yeah, really wanted you guys to fight zombies and cod pieces.
Of course. I would say, can I be a bounty hunter?
Yeah, you could be a bounty hunter. That's
Yeah.
perfect. You're like a drifter, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It's fun because theoretically it's perfect for you because you could create a cage and put your bounties in it.
Oh shit. Very true.
And if
Oh, an
they
electric cage. Jesus Christ.
exactly, and if they touch it, it electrocutes them. And to be honest with you, I was sort of hoping you'd say something on the lines of a drifter because I was trying to think about how to put you. Just in case we played tonight, I was trying to think about how to put you into the game because I knew what he is. I just didn't know what you were going to be.
Yeah.
So, did you want to be what kind of bounty hunter you want to be? You want to be like a six shooter or like, do you want to be a tracker? Like you want to be all that in one? You there?
Yeah, I'm
Oh.
here.
So, I mean, for a bounty hunter, you'd probably want a good awareness because awareness allows you to see things, spot things. You'd probably want a good presence because presence would allow you to like intimidate people and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Um, Depending on what kind of bounty hunter you want to be, if you want to be like a cowboy that's shooting, you'd probably want a good dexterity.
Yeah.
Um, Fighting would be if you want to be able to, punch things, of course. And so it really depends. If you were like more of a six shooter, you wouldn't need a high strength because you were going to shoot people. Um, Stamina, of course, this stamina you're going to want. Stamina you're going to want something in here.
Yeah.
So let's look at some of the So what kind? Do you want tracking and everything or
I mean, I would say the shooter, but it's like, I mean, my guy's more melee.
okay? Well, no, your stand is.
Stan, yeah, I guess. Yeah, yeah,
Your
true.
stand is.
Hmm. Hmm. I would say, all right, in that case, yeah, then the six shooter kind.
All right, okay. So okay, that's what you want to do. Okay. All right, so you want a range combat guns or
Um, yeah, I'll take guns.
all right. So did you want to take that off of your stand?
Take what off?
Shotguns.
Um, yeah, you know what? I will.
Okay.
I'll
So
be more.
do you want to be a
I mean,
shotgun bounty hunter or do you want to use pistols?
I guess I will. If I could dual wield pistols, that would be great.
Pistols. Okay. Now you're going to have to spend points on equipment in order to get those pistols if you want them right off the bat.
Uh,
So if you want to start out with pistols, you're going to have to spend probably what? Let me look at the cost of a pistol. And
Okay.
that's because remember, for every 1 point in equipment, you get 5 points. And the good thing about spending the points is if you ever lose them, you can always get them back. If you went out and bought them and I destroyed them in the game, you could never get it back. Or you could get it back. You would just have to spend a bunch of money. Like I couldn't say no to you. So pistols, range weapons. So range weapons. So if you wanted just a light pistol, it would be 6 points. If you wanted a heavy pistol, it would be 8 points. If you wanted a machine pistol, it would be 9. Machine pistol is a multi-attack, so you would roll multiple times, and each time it would take negatives every time you rolled it.
Okay.
Shotguns would be 10 points. Assault rifle would be 15 points. Sniper rifle would be 11 points. Bow would be 6, and crossbow would be 7. You can even have laser rifles if you really want, but no, we're going to say with low tech.
How much would the laser rifles be, though?
10 for the blaster pistol, and blaster rifle will be 16. The blaster
Okay.
pistol is damage 5, and the blaster rifle is 8
Gotcha. Okay.
damage. 8 damage. 8 damage. Sorry. So, did you just want to do
All right.
pistols?
I'll do. Well, if I wanted 2 pistols, so that would be like
16
what?
points.
6. Hmm. I guess since I took the shotgun off my stand, I'll just take the shotgun.
You
for
take the
this.
shotty? All right.
Yeah.
All right. So shotguns. Okay. Shotguns. All right. So, you have now, you have to pick how much did I say the shotgun was? It was 10 points. So you have to take 2 more points, which would be now you just spent it's 5 points you spent on equipment alone. Oh. So 5 points you spent on that. So now you have a shotgun.
Cool.
All right, so shotgun. Device. Now, you are definitely going to be the fighter of the group because let's just say X Inksley has knives. That's all he does, really. He's not very strong, so he's not. But his stand is pretty fucking beef-tastic. See, that's the handoff. You know what I mean? You had a lot of points to spend on your abilities, while he didn't. He had a lot in his powers. All right,
Yeah.
so you have ranged shotguns. Now, did you want any like what else do you want on him? Do you want like him to be able to like sense things, like perception, and like what do you want to do?
Yeah, I actually do kind of like the idea of perception.
Okay, so you want a good perception. So let's go to skills here. Expertise. Let me see. Perception. Perception. Let me read perception to you. Use the skill to notice and pick up on things, discerning details such as clearly hearing conversation or reading fine text. Um, if you have, basically, it allows you to hear things better, see things better, and other senses, which yeah, in other senses, basically. So basically, if you have a higher perception, it would basically add to like hearing, seeing, smells, stuff like that.
Okay.
Now, another
Like
thing, investigation, which I mean, the funny thing is, um, this is what he has too. Um, this is what Inksley has too. He has investigation. You might actually want expertise. Expertise may be a little bit better for you. Expertise, basically, you pick one skill. So if you want to be a really good tracker, you'd put expertise, tracking. So anytime you wanted to track somebody, you would say, I'm going to use my expertise tracking skill, and I want to see if I can find any footprints or any sign of the person. And then you'd roll with an expertise of tracking.
okay.
And then you could be like, um, you could do expertise, gangs. So like now, if say like there's a gang in town or something like that, you can be like, well, I have expertise in gangs. What do I know about this gang? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So expertise might be your thing. Expertise, however, is all attached to intellect.
Okay.
So you'd have to have a higher intellect for that
So
kind
I
of
can
thing.
put some points into that.
Yeah, perception and intellect sounds like it would be good for you. Perception, intellect. Sorry. Sorry.
Stamina.
Sorry. Awareness, intellect, dexterity, and stamina would probably be pretty good for you.
Okay. All
And
right.
and well, presence. If you want to be like that guy that goes like, oh, do you feel lucky, punk? Do you? You know what I mean? So, because if you want a perception. That skill is tied to your awareness, and then expertise would be tied to your intellect.
Okay.
Insight. Insight is another good one too. Attached to your awareness, you can tell someone's true intentions. and feelings, paying attention to things like language and inflection. So like you could see if someone was going to attack you, stuff like that, or like someone is lying to you,
Yeah.
or if someone is like someone's trying to cast an illusion on you, or doing like a trick with a card, you might be able to see it.
Like I see you through your illusions.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you going to be like a heart of gold kind of bounty hunter, or are you going to be like dirty bounty hunter?
Definitely dirty bounty hunter.
Okay, so all right, so here's the thing. Intimidation is I'm going to be honest with you. Intimidation, insight, expertise, and deception would probably be really good for you.
Okay.
There's sleight of hand too. Sleight of hand allows you to like conceal things. It helps you to escape from like restraints. That's all based on dexterity as well. Stealing. You can also like do like minor hand tricks. So like you'd be able to make coins disappear and cards vanish. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah. Tell me what.
So is this for stats or
This is for skills right now.
okay, or skills? I always get skills and mixed up. I mean, all of those sound good.
All right, so we'll just get them. So we'll do. I think you should have a few expertise. Expertise.
Yeah, that sounds good for me.
We'll put in a. You already have a rage combat. Do you want intimidation? Or you want what? We're gonna do. Okay, so there's intimidation. There's insight. So do you want insight? Insight allows you to like see if someone's gonna come at you hard body or not. See if someone's lying to you.
I'll say intimidation.
Intimidation. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see what else we have. I think we went over to. There's persuasion. You can persuade people into doing things. Sleight of hand. Athletics and acrobatics. That's another. Those are other two things. So right now we currently wrote down ranged, expertise, which we still have to pick an expertise on. Which you can have multiple expertise, by the way. You can have multiples. It's just each one's very precise.
Okay.
So ranged, expertise, intimidation. Did you want perception?
Yeah.
Okay, perception. Now, every one of these except for expertise, you can't do untrained. Expertise requires you to be trained in, which you'd be able to do it. So that's what you have to think about expertise with. You'd have to go to a college, or you'd have to be specifically trained to do this expertise. While as perception, I mean, anyone can sort of look. It's just you're better at it than anyone else, or
Okay.
than most people. Okay, intimidation. Did you want investigation?
No, I think I'm good with that one.
Okay.
At least for now.
All right, so we have ranged shotguns, expertise. I don't know what you have in expertise, intimidation, and perception.
Okay.
Okay. Now, did you also want like an expertise survival?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll do expertise, and that'll be your first expertise, survival. So you'll know how to survive, survival. You'd know how to survive in a bad kind of area. Okay, so any other expertise? Did you want like tracking?
Yeah. take that.
Expertise.
I'm an expert.
Tracking. We'll say headhunting. So, I mean, no, tracking. It has to be tracking. We'll say tracking. All right. And then any other expertise that you can think of. So we have survival and tracking.
What option again?
Well, no, it's anything you want.
Oh, okay.
Anything you want. So if you can think of something, so you have tracking and survival. You know how to survive in harsh environments, and you can track people.
Hmm.
Anything you can think as a bounty hunter you would need?
Hmm. Oh, what about stealth?
Oh yeah, there's stealth. You can take stealth.
All right.
All right, stealth.
I mean, I'm more of a direct person, but
Yeah, that's
wouldn't
all right.
hurt. Wouldn't hurt.
Stealth. Okay. And so you have ranged, you have expertise, survival, intimidation, perception, expertise, tracking, and stealth.
And when you say expertise range, that's
No,
expertise with like.
ranged.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so you have ranged shotguns. So you would have skills in ranged. Expertise would be survival, intimidation, perception, expertise, tracking, and stealth right now.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Anything else?
Hmm.
Sleight of hand allows you to conceal things, escape from things. Like I said, you can get out of like handcuffs, ropes, straight jackets, shit like that. But if you don't plan on getting locked up, then there's no point.
Yeah, that's true. It's more like a getting captured kind of thing.
Yeah.
Man. I feel like there's so many other options, but I can't think of them.
I mean, you still have what, 50 points?
What was that?
You
cut out
still
of it.
have 50 points.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry, I'm opening up a baby bottle right now.
that's okay.
And my wife, there we go, hon. Boom! See, I'm worth something. So, it's up to you.
I would say about
Presence.
what about like in regenerating health? Is that a
That would be a power. You still there?
Yeah.
That would be a
what?
power for your stand.
Okay, all right. So I can't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like everything else.
You
Well, I
you
guess
you, you do understand that Inksley's stand can give you regeneration. You know that, right?
oh yeah, true.
He
Yeah,
can
'cause he's,
touch
like,
you and just give it to you,
Yeah.
so you don't fucking worry about it.
I guess is there an expertise I can take kind of increase my like weapon skill, like weapon powers, or
Ranged, ranged you already did. However,
yeah, I already got that.
we could do we
What
could
about
look
for
at
like melee
advantages.
skills?
Melee skills?
Yeah, like melee.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be close combat, and then you would
Okay.
just pick again.
Okay.
So it's up to you.
Yeah, I can't think of any other expertise.
Okay, so all right. So we have expertise, survival, expertise, tracking. You're good. All right. Now, how many points did you want to put into those? It's 1 point per 2 ranks.
Oh boy.
Maybe we should put your points into your abilities first, or did you want to put points into your skills first? It's up to you.
I can do the skills first.
Okay.
How about I do? Because that's a lot of them. I'll just maybe try to just see if I can just do like two ranks in each of them.
Okay, so 2 ranks. Two. All right. Two. 2 and 2. So essentially, you have 1 point in each one of them. So it's 1, 2, 3. So yeah, you have 5 points in skills right now.
Cool.
All right, so that's
So now I
25
got-
points. So still have 30 points.
Okay, 30 points. Okay.
Okay.
Cool. All right.
30 points to spend on abilities, and if you wanted advantages, or if you want to add anything to your defenses. But defenses are derived from your abilities, so we'll see what
Yeah.
happens after that. All right, so you want to go to your abilities right now? You there? Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
You want to go to your abilities right now?
All right. Would that being that being the email, right?
What do you mean?
Or that being like the first? Oh. You mean just let's do my abilities right
Yeah,
now?
yeah.
Okay, okay. I thought you meant like.
So this is for your stand user.
Mhm.
Keep that in mind. A 0 is not unheard of for a human. Like I said, zeros are average human.
Yeah.
So you spent what 20? Sorry, let me make sure here. Sorry, you have
Yeah. I spent 20
one,
in the
two, three, four,
skills
5, 6. No, you've okay. You spent 20 on your powers.
powers.
Yeah. Um, and then you spent 6 on your skills. You have 6 skills, and then you spent 5 on advantages because of the devices. So
Okay.
25. So you spent 31 points. So 55 minus 31. Oh my God. I suck at math so hard. That's why I have a spreadsheet out in front of me that does most of the math for me, except for that. So it would be 20 minus 6. Sorry. Oh my God. What am I doing? It'd be clear entry. Clear. So it'd be 75 minus 20 for your power, minus 6 for skills, minus 5 for advantages. You have 44 points left.
Okay.
That's pretty good. So what did you want to put in there? So I will say this right now. You have um, 2 skills with intelligence based, which are your expertise. You're ranged, which is dexterity. So I will say that dexterity is probably one of your most important offensive abilities. And it looks like your second important would be your intelligence because that's your tracking in survival. Um, mm, int- and then the rest is like a smorgasbord. So you have a presence and awareness and agility. The other 3 skills used. So intimidation is presence, perception is awareness, and stealth is agility.
Okay. Now this is like the just like with a stand, right? Like the
Yeah.
stats kind of.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So I definitely want to put some into stamina,
Okay. So
dexterity, like you said.
yeah.
Um.
Dexterity is probably most important for firing at people for like shooting.
Yeah. Yeah. That's usually how it is.
Yeah.
Stamina, dexterity.
Your agility. So another thing I forgot to say, your agility determines what your initiative is. So like when a combat starts, it determines who goes first, too.
Oh, okay.
So keep that in mind.
Oh, okay. So you kind of like
Yeah.
some other RPGs do stuff
Mhm.
like that.
Yep.
So, yeah.
This basically what this is, except it's pen and paper.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, dexterity. Um. Oh my God. Yeah, stamina,
Yeah.
and I what's the other ones? Was it awareness?
Awareness. Yeah. So Dex is for your range skill. Your expertise skills of tracking and survival are intelligence. Your intimidation is presence. So in order to intimidate someone, you need a good presence. Plus, the higher your presence skill, the more attractive you are. Perception um, is awareness, and stealth is agility.
All right. So yeah, probably dexterity, stamina, agility, awareness. They're probably the 4 central.
Um, I would say intelligence.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah,
I would say
intelligence.
stamina, dexterity, um, intelligence, and awareness. Yeah.
Okay. I guess I'll put 2 ranks into each of them for now.
Okay, so 2
And,
ranks in the each.
see how
Okay.
much I got left.
2.
Yeah, 2 ranks.
2, and I'm just like saying it off in my head as I do it.
Wow.
2 and 2. You spent 16 points.
Okay. And I had
Uh,
30 left?
44, I believe. Let me just make sure. Calculator. Calculator. Speak to me, calculator. Okay, so 16 plus 20 plus 6 plus 5. So 40. You spent 47 points so far. So 47 points. So 75 minus 47. You have 28 points left.
Okay. Oh, there was one I think skill or advantage you said, and I said, not right now.
Which one?
Maybe later. I forget which one it is.
Move by action.
It was like tracking, or it was something like that, something bounty hunter related.
I'm just gonna read it all now. I'm just gonna read them all because I don't know. Accurate attack, agile feint, all out attack, animal empathy, artificer. Sorry. No. Sorry. Yeah, this is. Let me see. Am I reading? Yeah, I am reading advantages. Okay. Assessment, attractive, beginner's luck, benefit, chokehold, close combat, connected, contacts, which contacts might be pretty good. You can like call people and be like, yo, you know what's going on here. Daze, defensive attack, defensive roll, die hard. Basically, die hard is when you go down, you automatically stabilize, so you don't die right away. Eidetic memory, equipment, evasion, extraordinary effort, fascinate, fast grab, favored environment, favored foe, fearless, grabbing, great endurance, hide in plain sight, improved aim, improved critical combat, improved defense combat, improved disarm, improved grab, improved hold, improved initiative, improved smash, improved trip, improvised tools, improvised weapon combat, inspire fortune, instant up, interpose, inventor, jack of all trades, languages, leadership, luck, move by action. Move by action was the one where when you take a standard action and a move action, you can move both before and after your standard action. So if you fired a gun, you'd be able to move before and after you did that.
Okay.
Power attack, precise attack, prone fighting, quick draw. Quick draw might be it. You can draw a weapon from a holster or sheath as a free action rather than a move action.
Oh, I actually might. I don't think that was it, but
yeah, that's a good one. So quick draw. So quick draw. It's only 1 point to spend on that. So it's a free action. Ranged attack. You have a +1 bonus to range attack checks per rank in this advantage. Your total attack bonus is still limited by power level. The highest attack bonus you can have is a 15. So right now, your attack bonus is 4. So if you want it a higher range attack, yeah.
Okay.
You can do that. Redirect. You successfully trick opponent, but you would need deception for that. You can redirect a missed attack against you from that opponent at another target as a reaction. So basically, like if someone tries to punch you, you can, if you dodge it, you can basically have that person punch someone else.
But that could have been it too.
Yeah, redirect. That's what it would be, but it would have to be adjacent to the person, that's actually punching.
Yeah.
What else? Skill mastery, startle, takedown combat, taunt, teamwork, throwing. Here we go. Never mind. Tracking. There was one in here called tracking.
Okay. Yeah, I think I said initially. I'll take that.
Okay, so you can use the perception skill to visually follow tracks, like the tracking senses effect. So what you can do is you can get rid of an expertise, So basically your awareness is now one of your most important things because your tracking is tied to it, and you now have one. So actually, you just traded tracking. So tracking would be an advantage. So one.
Okay.
So the 1 point. So now you can use perception, which is awareness, to track people as well.
Okay. Cool. Nice.
Um. Okay, so takedown. If you render a minion, which everyone you pretty much fight, except for big baddies, is a minion. If you render a minion incapacitated with an attack, you get an immediate extra attack as a free action against another minion within range and adjacent to the previous target's location. Not bad.
Yeah.
Weapon bind. You can take a defend action and successfully defend against a close weapon attack. You can disarm the attacker. Uncanny dodge. Basically, if you are taken off guard, you're not like vulnerable. You know what I mean? So if someone ambushes you, you
Yeah.
don't take the penalties for doing it. Well informed. That could be a good one. Well informed. You are exceptionally well informed. When encountering an individual group or organization for the first time, you can make an immediate investigation or persuasion skill check to see if your character has heard something about the subject. You don't have
Okay.
investigation, but or persuasion, but it's up to you. I don't know if you heard anything in there, but I
Yeah, I'll just stick with getting tracking
okay.
quick draw from those.
Okay. All right. So you got so that only cost you 2 points.
Cool. All right. So then the rest I'll use. What were the stats I filled up were. I didn't fill them up, but I put them on dexterity, stamina,
Stamina,
and
dexterity, intellect, and awareness.
okay.
And,
Trying to remember.
intimidation is presence. So
Maybe maybe would it help if I put some into fighting?
okay. How many do you want to put in there? 2.
Yeah, I'll do 2 in there.
All right. I just want to make sure I'm
Two
not.
well, 2 ranks, I guess.
Okay. So 2. Oh no. Yeah. 2 ranks. So it'd be. So you'd have a fighting of 2. So that's 4 points. So 44. So you have 40 points.
I guess I'll do okay. If I got 40 points
Wait,
left,
wait,
Jesus
wait, wait, wait,
Christ.
wait, wait. I think I might. Did I do that wrong? So let me do something. I just want to make sure because I don't want to fuck this up. Because like I don't want you walking into the game and be like, "Oh, I'm fucking killing everything, motherfucker." Minus 16, minus 20, minus 5, minus 7. Okay, so you have 27 points. Sorry,
Okay, 27 points left.
27 points left.
Okay, yeah, that makes more sense.
Oh yeah, 27 points left.
All right. I'll say. I could.
Did you want to get? Do you want to put anything into deception?
Yeah.
You
I
want
can do
the
that.
deception skill? Okay, deception. Because I think it would be good. So we could put if you have it ranked 2, it's only 1 point again. So you have 26 skill. You have 26 still left. So yeah, you still have 26 points left, and that would be presence.
Gotcha.
That would go into. Okay. So strength. Do you want to put someone in your presence too? I think I feel feeling you should put someone in your presence.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'll
I'm gonna
put,
put 2. I just put 2 in their base. So,
Okay.
So you have 24 points left.
All right.
No. It's 2 points. So no, you have less than that because it's 2 points for each one. So
Okay.
let me just make sure I'm doing it right. I don't want to fuck anything up. So 75 minus 20 minus 20 minus 6 minus 7. You have 22 points left.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what I'll use it in. I'll put some in his strength.
Put some in strength. Okay, so how many?
Yeah.
Just 2 points.
Yeah, I'll do 2.
So
So
you have
there's 4.
yep. So -4. You have it's 18 left.
So I have 18 left.
Mm-hmm.
All right. How about 2 into? Did I put any into to agility?
No,
Agility.
agility. No, you didn't. So if you do
Okay, yeah, I'll
2,
put 2 in there.
yeah, so
Yeah.
you'd have a -4. So you have 14 points
16.
left.
Oh, 14.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, you can just buff up your skills too, and it's a lot cheaper to buff up your skills.
Yeah.
Because I
Okay.
mean, theoretically, like you could fucking beef out your ranged. You know what I mean? If you really wanted to, you could beef out your ranged attacks. Pretty good. I mean, you could put like you have 14 points. I mean, you can put another 14 into your skills. Or let me say something real quick. So you would have a parry of a dodge of 2. You would have a parry of 2. You would have a fortitude of 2. You would have that of 2. That of 2. So you would have a save basically, a dodge, parry, fortitude, a toughness, and a will of 2. So it's all basically you're pretty. I mean, you're pretty like balanced when it comes to your stats and everything like that. You'd have initiative of 2, so you have a pretty low initiative. But you can improve that with improved initiative if you want to too.
Okay, I can do that.
Yeah, so improved initiative. Where is that one? I'm looking for the initiative. Initiative. Improved initiative. So what improved initiative does, it gives you +4 bonus. So you'd have a 6 to your initiative. So that basically gives you a 6. Okay. So that's 1 point that you spent on that one. Okay, so now you have what? You have 13 points? You have 13 points left.
All right.
And like I said, you could put that in. You can put it to increase it a defense, like your dodge, parry, fortitude, toughness, or will save. It's 1 point, or you can put that into your skills.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna increase my ranged.
Arranged. Okay, so what do you want that up to?
What do I have it now, and what's the max I can do it to?
Your dexterity would be a 2. So right now you have a +4 rank. The highest your attack bonus can go up to, I believe, is a 15. Let me just make sure of that. We just want to make sure. Secret origins, PowerPoints, spending PowerPoints. Let me see. Let me see something. Okay, so skill modifiers. Your hero's total modifier with any skill, ability, plus skill rank, plus advantage modifiers cannot exceed the series power level +10. So yeah, it can't go over 15.
Okay. You know what? I'll just fill it up as
Much as
what I have.
possible.
Yeah.
Okay, so what? It would be 15. So you'd be able to put 13 points into it. So oh my gosh. So how many points would you have to spend with that? Because you get 2 points per one, so divided by, so it would be 13.
So 6.
6? Okay, so 6, yes.
Yeah.
So it'd be 6 points gives you, 13 points? Right? So.
Well, 6 times 2 is 12. So
okay, so 11.5. Sorry, I have 11.5 right now. My spreadsheet
okay.
does this mostly for me. It just doesn't total up the total amount. So 32 plus 20 plus 11.5 plus 8. Oh wait, what the fuck? Why did it do that? So 32 plus 20 plus 11.5 plus 8 equals. You have okay. So you just spent 71.5. So you have 4.5 points left to spend.
So I got 4.5 points left.
Yes.
All right, I'll put them in.
I'll tell you your totals with everything, okay, and your skills. So you have a 2, and then presence of 2, awareness of 2, then a presence of 2. You're definitely a pretty balanced character. Inksley's a little tilted in certain sizes. So okay, so your survival, you have a 4 in right now. Your intimidation, you have a 4 in right now. Your perception, you have a 4 in right now. Your deception, you have a 4 in right now. And a stealth, you have a 4 in right now. Yo, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. So, what did you want to do? I can't hear you if you're talking. I can't hear you. Yo, you there? You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I hear you now. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
I don't know what's fucking wrong with it. All right.
I guess I'll increase the.
I mean, you could divide 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
How about the survival?
The survival. Okay, so like I said, you have 4.5 points left. So if you put another 2 points into it, you can get it up to a 6. So
Okay.
I mean,
Do that.
did you want to do that? So
Yeah.
that'd be 4. So then you would have another. So okay, so you had a 2, and then if you put another 2 points into it, that would be 2. I hate the fact that it's like 1 point per every 2. So you already have
Yeah,
1 point into it. Oh my god! So another point into it would be 4, and no, so 2 more points would be 6. So you have 2 more points to spend. So you have an 8 in survival.
2 more points to spend. All right, I'll put that in.
2.5 more points to spend.
2.5.
Yeah.
Can I just put that in arranged?
No, because you have a 15.
Oh.
You can't go above 15.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Oh, you know what? I'll just throw that in. What's a stat? I don't have like any.
What is it?
I'll just throw that into a stat. What's a stat I don't have anything in?
You filled everything with a 2. Everything's a
I
2.
did?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay. Then you know what? Put 2 more in a dexterity.
2 more in dexterity. Okay. So actually, you can't because that would boost your ranged attack over 15.
Oh. Okay. Then in that case.
Why don't you put it in your perception for tracking?
Yeah, sure.
6.
That's
So
fine.
or 8. Boom. Damn, you beefcake, brah. You're done.
Nice.
See, that's why. That's why I knew. I was like, I don't know if we're gonna be able to do it because it's really like it takes a really long time.
Yeah, it basically took 2 hours.
Yeah, plus 20 plus 15.5 plus 8. Uh-oh. You're over a half a point.
Damn it.
Half a point. So what we're going to do is
Um,
we'll just bring it down to, I think if I bring that to a 5. There you go. Fixed it.
Okay, cool.
Your perception is now a 5.
Okay, cool.
So that brought it down to a So you're tracking and like seeing certain things. Now you have a 7 in it instead of an 8. You lost a point in there. But yeah, damn, we're done. Holy fuck. What's your stand user's name, real quick?
Oh, Black Parade.
That's your stand. So okay, Black Parade.
Oh, stand user.
Yeah, stand
Oh.
user.
Um.
Now you are a Joe. I'm gonna be 100% with you. So give me a Joe-ish name.
A Joe-ish name?
Yeah, like Joe Taro, Joe Star. Cause you're a Joe Star.
Oh, oh, so like Joe, Joe.
Do something like you can do something like westernish, cause like Joe, like Billy Joe, you know, like Billy Joe Joe Star.
Josevius.
Okay, how do you fuck do you spell that?
Josavius. Just a name I made up.
Oh my, okay, Joe Star.
It might be a real name. I don't know, but
It might be. Who knows? Okay, now, okay, one last thing I forgot. You have to pick a complication. Complications, basically, in this game, you earn hero points by basically acting out your complication. So, like, let's say like you didn't like to kill things, and you chose not to kill somebody because you just can't. You don't. Your character doesn't like it. You get perks for doing that.
huh.
So,
I feel like my character likes killing things. Though.
yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, so you have motivations. So your motivation could be acceptance, doing good, greed, justice, patriotism, recognition, responsibilities, thrills. So to give you an idea, John's character has a responsibility. It's his girlfriend. She always calls him Saki because she's a big Sakura X Sakura fan, and he has to bring her Sakura X Sakura media. Thrills. So, you could have a disability. You could have an enemy. You could be a public figure. You can be hated. You have a hatred for somebody. Honor, identity, obsession, phobia, addiction, stuff like that.
What about like is there like a guilt kind of thing?
Yeah. You could say see this is the thing. This is just ideas I'm giving you. You
Okay.
tell me what your guilt is, and that's what your complication is. So, but remember, it's going to come up. You there? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It's going to come up basically. So it's not going to just stay buried. You know what I mean? It's going to come up.
I'd say my guilt is well, okay, my character really likes animals.
Okay.
And one time
Why didn't you take like an animal empathy or anything if you really like animals?
I thought shit. I thought that came with
No.
Fuck.
No.
Damn it.
It's all right.
Well-
Hello? Okay, you there still? Dude, I'm hating your thing right here.
I don't know why it's not working.
Anyway,
Oh,
okay, go.
stupid.
I can hear you. So guilt.
Okay.
So we could take an animal empathy. Like I can just drop one of your skills. But what are you guilty about?
I accidentally shot
Accidentally what?
a dog.
Oh my god. So how does this affect you? Does it like just make you feel bad for every dog you see? Now you have to help dogs? So like if a man that looked like a dog came up to you, like he was a dog man, you would have a hard time like attacking it. Hello? Yo, you there? Anyway, I'm going to end this stream right here because it's not so exciting, but I think it's fucking up my my chat here. So make sure you have a good night. Good night.